sold out of the Pansy Cool Wave plant. It was a plant of the month, actually.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, and it lasted about a few days. So finally, we have got Pansy Cool Wave back. I would get these in your basket now. I'm going to be buying several lots of these. It's 10 plants, but you get another 10 absolutely free. And the price is only $14.99. So it's normally $14.99 for 10, but if you put that code in, you will get an extra 10 for $14.99. I honestly put them straight in your basket. I'm getting several of these today because my mum wants them as well.
Yeah,
hello, Mum, if you're watching, by the way, as well. Pansy Cool Wave Bex, a very special pansy, this one.
Incredibly special pansy, this one. I mean, it is the best trailing pansy ever, basically. That is what we're calling it, and we 100% believe
I
that.
agree.
These are garden-ready plants as well, so look at the roots on these. These are ready for you to plant straight out. You don't need to grow them on or anything. You can plant these out into your hanging baskets, into your pots. These are going to trail absolutely beautifully.
And that is honestly what they look like.
That is what they look like, yeah. About 40 centimetres trail you will get from these. So, yes, into your hanging baskets, into your pots, not a problem, and they will just tumble and trail gently over the edges. They're going to be flower. I mean, you can see how much they're in flower right now. They're going to keep flowering for you right the way through till May. You're going to get up to 9 months worth of colour from this. Hardy down to -25. This is not something you need to worry about. This is winter colour guaranteed.
And honestly, and we've both grown these for quite a few years now. They are the best performing pansy that we know. They do flower just like the picture, and as Beck says, they can flower up to 9 months. You will love these, and the way that they cascade and trail over the edges of pots and baskets is just beautiful. Winter colour is so important. Keeps the blues away. So, just to show you how you order these and the promotions you'll get, we've opened up a little basket to give you an idea. So, there's your Pansy Cool Wave. All we've actually done is pop those in our basket with the promo code today, the offer code, YGTV38. So, pop that in there, and you will get an extra 10 of those when you apply that code. So there you go. So suddenly, we're only paying $14.99 because you get free delivery on those as well, and you're going to get 20 of those, and you're going to get 10 crocus. That is an amazing deal. So I would start your basket like that. And actually, look, you're going to love these pansies so much, I'd be tempted to buy even more. I'm buying loads today for me and my mum. But that's how you start your basket off. Yeah. And the other thing I should say is some items will have postage because obviously we've got some big items as well, but you only pay one postage per delivery. So it really makes sense to do a big order.
Absolutely, yeah. Make the most of it.
Yes, but how gorgeous are those? Didn't they put a smile on our face when we walked in the studio?
Yeah, really did.
They're
they
just
smell
gorgeous.
Delightful as well. I was just having a sniff of them. They smell really
and
really
they're
lovely.
edible, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So you can put these onto your salads and things if you want to.
Yeah. I'm going to try one now.
He's going to do it, isn't he?
They're kind of like pepperoni. I won't eat them off. They're really nice.
Don't eat them all. We need to show them.
I've been trying to lose a bit of weight, so that's my breakfast today. Right. Actually, I'll tell you a complete fib. I had a jam donut and a cheese and bacon turnover thing. So.
Oh my word!
Yeah,
I ate my donut this morning as well.
Yeah, so nice. We have little treats when we're coming on the morning. Right, we'd love you to be part of the show. We're streaming live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Also, you can watch on the website YouGarden. .com, of course. Loads of you watching right now. This show's getting bigger and bigger, but we'd love to hear from you. So if you want to message us live on Facebook or on, of course, YouTube, you can do that. Neil's messages. Hello, Neil. I thought Neil could watch us during the day, but there's obviously...
he's sneaking a look, is he?
Yeah, he's probably at his desk right now. He's like, yeah. Little window open with YouGarden and Neil. Thank you for tuning in. Right, we better move on. We've got so much to show you. Honestly, loads coming up, loads of brand new plants. We've got stocks, we've got pampas, we've got hibiscus. Honestly, you name it, we have got it here on YouGarden. And by the way, we are in the middle of the YouGarden nursery. 11 acres of gorgeous plants, and everything is delivered fresh. We always say 5 to 7 days, but you know, you can get orders far quicker than that, you really can. Our best-selling product, though, on YouGarden moment is our professional compost. This has been the best one for, well, what seems forever, actually.
Yeah, a long time. I mean, we've been working with the wonderful people here at YouGarden for 2 decades, basically, each, plus our wonderful Stu in the box outside. He's been working with them for a long time.
The high-tech gallery, as we call it, yes.
Yeah, this has been a popular seller for such a long time, and there's a bunch of reasons why. First of all, just look at the texture of this. This is an amazing texture. It's really light and airy and beautiful texture on here, and that's really important because what we want is room for roots to get in there, to breathe, to grow, to form a really strong root ball, and it's all about forming that really strong base, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Having that strong structure in order for the plants to grow super healthy and big and brilliant. 2 popular times of buying compost, or 2 major popular times, aren't there? Now, and then in the springtime, because now we're getting all of our, winter baskets and pots and things
that's what I've been
ready.
doing.
Yeah,
and I've been repotting things as well.
Yeah.
Also, it's a great time for planting. So any plants, perennials and shrubs that you put in your borders, pop a bit of the professional compost around those and it will give them the best start as they settle in this winter and then really thrive next year. And postage is included on that as well. If you are maybe joining the club today, you'll get 10% off that. So you would get an extra pretty much £2.50 saving on that as well. But the recommended retail price is nearly £43. Very quickly, Bex, what's the construction again and the composition?
Okay, so just pointing out to you that there is throughout the compost you'll see all these tiny little green balls. That is a slow release fertilizer, so it's food for your plants. That's going to feed your plants for up to 6 months once you put them in here. We have in here 3 different types of peat in here as well. So there's black and white peat in here. It makes up less than 50% of the volume of the compost as a whole because obviously we know that there are some environmental issues with that. It has been reduced over time, but it's been replaced with some amazing other ingredients. Composted wood fibre you'll see in here, all these little bits of composted wood fibre. Now that's brilliant because it helps with the texture. It helps to keep it this lovely light airy texture, but it also helps with water distribution, making it even. It helps for it to retain the moisture too. There's lime in here to balance out the pH, which is what makes it an all-round compost. So great for seeds through to trees, anything in between. Also really fantastic for house plants as well. My house plants all of a sudden are thriving.
Do you know, you're so right. I used to be rubbish with house plants, and mine are. You're right. Yeah. Mine looks really good.
Yeah, honestly, this is so good, and it's called Premium Professional for a reason because genuinely it will turn you into almost a professional gardener overnight because it's been scientifically backed by those ingredients in all the right quantities to give you these kinds of results. And it's these results that are going to give you bigger, better flowers, more bumper crops of fruits, all of those sorts of things.
And you will get 2 50-litre bags today. Postage is included. And don't forget, when you use your offer code today, which is YGTV38, you will get your free crocus bulbs and any of the promotions that are running today. Let's add that to our basket and see what happens. So we've got, so far, we've got our plant of the month and plant of the week, that will be flying. So you do need to get that in your basket. We've waited to get that back in stock today. So there you go. Yeah. Normally a big saving on that today, 42% off our regular price. Busy on the website. We've added that to our basket. We're going to view our basket now. And there you go. So we've still got no postage because the compost is free delivery.
Oh, wow.
They plant a month later and you're going to get your free crocus. If there is, there are things with delivery charges obviously on the show, but you'll only pay 1 delivery per order.
Look at that saving.
I know.
Is that £42?
And 97 pence.
Wow.
Yes. So honestly,
that
offer code, because we want the TV show to be really big, so you are getting some amazing exclusive offers just from tuning in to the live shows, and you can stream them later on our website. Now, I bought a pampas grass 2 years ago from YouGarden. I'll share some pictures a little bit later on, but it looks magnificent this year. However, I saw these, Bex, and I wish I'd gone for pink.
Yeah.
Oh my word, these are stunning, aren't they?
I absolutely adore these, and you'll be able to see all the pampas grass out there at the moment. It's really beautiful now, isn't it? I was driving to work this morning, and I was looking in people's gardens, and I'm seeing these beautiful, tall, feathery plumes of pampas out at the moment.
And do you know what? In the
look at that.
A lot of the garden centres are selling these as dried flowers.
Yes.
And you can, honestly, in my local garden centre, it's very high end, it's lovely, but £10 a stem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they're dried. And you can dry them very easily. You turn them upside down, you can dry them in a greenhouse or a conservatory, something like that. But they are beautiful as dried grasses and flowers, aren't they?
And, as far as designers are concerned, these are used quite a lot in front house interiors and things like that. But on my drive, I saw loads of pampas. I did not see one pink pampas anywhere.
Same here.
I have never seen a pink pampas. So if you want to be ahead of the curve, if you want people to be like, where did you get that from? This is what you need to invest in today. You're not dyeing your pampas at all. These come out pink.
Have you seen the price?
Yeah.
Have you seen the price?
Yes.
For 3.
3 of them.
And look, this is what they look like.
Yeah, let's take one out.
So obviously we've just put it out in the big pot, which is on the show. But you're going to get 3 of these. They're the pink, which you hardly ever see, and no postage. Now I will be honest. You probably do need a fairly big garden for these, or the big pots. We've got big pots. You might want to split these up and give one to a friend, member of the family. But they are magnificent. And you've got the foliage all year round, of course, as well.
Yeah, the foliage is there all year round, absolutely. The plumes of those lovely feathery bits that you get come sort of July, August, September, October times. You get several months of those. They're ridiculously easy to grow. To be honest, you just kind of plant them and leave them. You don't need to do anything to them. They are tough as nails, winter hardy. They like sunshine, but they'll tolerate a bit of light shade as well. They're not gonna sulk or anything. Absolutely. This is definitely, this is the queen of the ornamental grasses, and we know how popular ornamental grasses have become of late. And I think it's because they are,
ridiculously
easy to look after.
And
they
really
look amazing.
Low maintenance. I've done nothing with mine. Mine does. So I'm good. This is Stu, our head of engineering, just said I didn't pamper them, but no, I didn't. I wasn't pampering my pamper grasses. No, I literally. I'll be honest. I had mine. I think it was in a spot that was a bit too shady. I moved it earlier on in the year into full sun, and it is magnificent right now. Stu, I don't know if you got my pictures yet, but I've got. A picture in my garden. It's amazing, but it's not pink.
It's not pink.
And I want pink now.
Yeah, I want pink now.
Yeah.
So I've got a border at the front. I'm thinking about digging a bit of
You want to dig up a bit of lavender, don't you? You've got a lot of lavender.
It's a big lavender border. I could dig up a bit of lavender and put one of these in.
They will grow in pots as well. Obviously, you want a big pot.
And we've got a big pot.
Yeah. But I think that deal today, I've never seen anything quite like it.
For these 3 big plants, I mean, we're showing you the size of them.
Look at that.
There's a big plants that are going to come to you. Decent quality as well. Look at the quality of those roots on there. These are strong, healthy plants that are ready for you to plant out. And Shaun said, now is an amazing time to plant out your perennials and things.
It really is.
It honestly is probably one of the best times to do it. Arguably better than springtime to be planting them out. Because we know what the weather is like at this time of year. We know that the ground is in a good condition. We know it's not, frostbitten and all the rest of it yet.
It's warm. It's wet at the moment. We've got a decent amount of rain. There's still quite a lot of daylight around. Next week is going to be really sunny as well. It's going to it's back in the 20s next week. So do a big order today. Get out in the garden next week.
It's a really savvy way to shop right now, because obviously a lot of people are thinking, I'm not going to do much gardening now. So that means that you are getting some amazing prices, and it is a brilliant time to be planting out. So it's a really clever way to get your bargains, basically. Shall
we quickly mention the pot as well?
Yeah, let's do it.
You might have noticed this.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing. Honestly, it was on the big trolleys outside when we walked in this morning. We're like, oh my word, have you seen that pot? Now, these are fantastic. If you want the Pampas, by the way, 561, you've got the details there. And these are...
That's not the right one.
That's a different planter, sorry. That's a smaller one. We are doing 10 of those. We've got those on the show as well. Don't worry, we've got those. We've got loads of planters actually, all on our websites. But this is the biggie. This would be ideal for the Pampas. Actually, I have to say, it's a lower price than I thought. This is the Hendrix tall planter.
For the size of it?
Yeah, 17-inch square, $19.99. So if you want a big statement pot, then this is the one to go for. And I will be honest, one Pampers would actually fill this pot in a few years.
I think it would be happy in there for a little while. And if you wanted 3 in pots, how amazing would that look? Get 3 of those. They're made. The thing with these pots they are made of plastic, and that is a good thing because they're made of frost-resistant, durable, UV-stabilized plastic. They're obviously, with a pot this size, it means it is much more lightweight for you to be able to move around the garden. I appreciate, obviously, once that's full of compost, it's going to be a bit heavier, but certainly not as heavy as it would be if this was a massive, great big, stone pot. It looks absolutely stunning with a champagne-coloured bit around the top there as well. Very, very designer looking, and one of those either side of the doorway at the front of the house.
I'm imagining when the Pampers flowers, you've got those lovely pink flumes. That would look amazing against the champagne, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
That could be really nice. First time we've had that one on the show, brand new today at $19.99. You get an extra £5 off that. 130376. But we have brought back today, live this Wednesday morning, and say we're with you till midday, then we're back at 2 o'clock till 4. We've got the same shows tomorrow. I say same shows, new plants, but the same times. And we're now going to be live on a Sunday, 11 until 2. Yeah, we're going to have a little lie-in, but we'll be here 11 to 2. Right, let's talk about the Astrantia, because this was the bestseller last week. I wasn't surprised, were you?
I was not surprised at all. I mean, first of all, Astrantia, I think, is one of the most beautiful flowers. I invested in some Astrantia for the first time this year because I just fell in love with the shape of those flowers. I think there's something quite mesmeric about them. They're very kaleidoscopic in the way that they look. They're kind of free-flowering. They just keep going for you. Look at that. I mean, look at the shape of those.
They're just amazing, aren't they?
So pretty. Yeah. They have this gorgeous, lush green foliage at the bottom there as well. They flower for you kind of July, August, September, October time. They are really, really pretty. But what is amazing about this is the deal.
Well, $6.99. Bear in mind, this is in a 17-centimetre pot.
It's huge.
So they're big. These are big plants. But if you double up and put in the offer code today, you will get 2 for £9.99. So you're getting the second one for £3, basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not being funny. You look at the size of these, the beautiful flowers, and these come back year after year.
They do. They keep coming back for you every single year. They look amazing in your pots. They look fantastic in your borders. I've got mine I've got 2. I've got one in a sunny border and one in a part shade border, and they're both doing brilliantly. They don't mind that at all. They are winter hardy, so not one that you need to worry about at all. They do just kind of do their thing. There's very little that you need to do about them. Also, once they get established, they're quite drought tolerant as well. So this is a really good one, isn't it? Because I know that, we're looking, a lot of us as gardeners, we're looking at those kind of plants that don't need mollycoddling, that are a bit more environmentally conscious about, not having to water constantly. And Astrantia can be one of those once it gets a bit more established as well. About 2 foot by 2 foot, we're talking 60 centimetres by 60 centimetre growth and spread on this. It is herbaceous, so it'll die down a little bit.
So don't panic when it disappears in the winter.
Don't worry about that at all. It'll spring back into life for you,
it's just
next year.
sleeping and resting in the winter.
So that one, honestly, this one's a top tip. We had to bring it back for you because it was such an amazing deal. We know that loads of you went for it last week. We don't want you to miss out. We don't have loads of them, so now's the time to put it in your basket.
And we are getting, last week we had more orders than ever before.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we are growing at a rapid rate. More of you are finding us now, and word is spreading.
Yeah.
So if you didn't, if you're new to the show, if you didn't manage to find us last week, we have got them back today. 1 for $6.99 or 2 for £9.99. So it's it's one of those where you need to put 2 in your basket to get that price. So I'm just going to show you. So as you build your basket, we've got our compost in there. We put our pansy cool wave in there. That's a plant of the week. That will be flying. But because we put in the special code, the YGTV38, a free one went in there automatically. And you can see there that with the Astrantia, because we use the deal, we put 2 in. There, you get for basically £5 each or £9.99, and you got your free crocus. Don't forget, worth £9.99. But you get all of the offers when you put that promo code in. So we're trying to get the biggest saving ever today, Bex. We're up to £62.95.
I mean, this is amazing. And once you realise and you're in the club as well, and you're placing multiple orders throughout the year, those savings are just going to keep, multiplying for you.
I placed 4 orders last week in the end.
Did you?
Yeah. I kept changing my...
Sure.
Well, I placed an order. I thought, oh, hang on, no. And I
want that as well. I don't want that as well.
So I did. Right, I tell you what else we've got on the show. We've got a brilliant grow your own. Bex and I are really passionate about growing your own fruit and veg. And there's lots of really great ways of doing that now. You know, in the old days, you needed an allotment, you needed a big separate area, but there's so many great varieties now that are happy in pots and happy in beds and borders. Now, I love my blueberries, but this is, it is a blueberry, but it isn't.
It's a pink berry, basically.
Yeah.
So it's brand new. It's so unusual. I am so excited about this one. This is a blueberry, but it creates pink berries. Now these pink berries that you get, I know, right?
So it's a pink berry called a
blue
blueberry.
pink berry.
But it's called pink lemonade, isn't it?
It's called pink lemonade, yeah. Blueberry pink lemonade. You get these gorgeous little, pink berries, very similar to your blueberries on here.
They're so pretty, aren't they?
They're so pretty.
Do they taste like a regular blueberry? Are they a bit different?
They're sweeter.
Are
they are
they?
sweeter and juicier than blueberries, but they still have all the amazing, properties that you want from your blueberries. All those, packed with antioxidants and all of the vitamins and all those sorts of things. I think this is going to be a real talking point because people will ask you and they'll say, "What is that?" It's a blueberry, except it's pink. Oh my word! Look at that.
And even as a bit of a garnish, with the dessert and things, to have those pink berries at the side, it's going to be fabulous.
Do you know what I like? Blueberry pancakes. Like American-style pancakes with blueberries in. Amazing with your pink berries.
And I'm thinking a blueberry muffin with a pink in it. Imagine that.
Oh my word, I need to get them.
So, how do you grow them? Are they easy? Or?
Yeah, really easy. Exactly the same as you would with your blueberries. You do need some ericaceous compost because but blueberries do like, they are more acid end of the scale when it comes to compost. So do invest in some ericaceous compost to plant them in. You can plant them into your borders. You can put them into pots, not a problem. They are winter hardy, so don't worry about that. It is self-fertile. One is absolutely fine, but if you can, it is a double up deal, right?
It is. If you go for two, there's amazing value
I would go for the two if you can, because they will perform better in pairs. One will be fine, but if you want bigger bumper crops of fruit, definitely go for the two because they'll sort of cross-pollinate each other, and that's what we really want them to do.
Little white flowers, I presume.
Yeah, little white flowers in the springtime. So again, just think of your blueberries. It's exactly the same. It's just you've got pink, juicier, sweeter your blueberries on here.
I'm really excited about those. They're going in my basket today. And they're big as well. When we were...
Yeah, decent size, aren't they?
Not being funny, but all the plants are outside before the show, and we pick them and bring them in. And we were saying, where's the blueberries? Because we were thinking they'd be a lot smaller. And then we saw these two big things. Yeah. But that is the size you're going to get.
That is the...
So that's a good few years old, isn't it?
It is a good few years old. I would suggest that's probably 2 years old, isn't it, that one?
I'd say at least,
At least 2 years old. Nice and established. Really good, healthy plant here. Ready for you to plant out. Remember, it's winter hardy, so you're not going to have a problem planting this out into your garden right now. Absolute prime conditions to be planting this out. And then in springtime, you'll see the lovely little white flowers come on. The bees and the butterflies and things are going to be flying around it, and then you should be getting fruits sort of July, August time next year.
So you pink blueberries.
Pink blueberries.
One of the lovely things about working here is we get to learn about new varieties. We've, over the years, we've brought many kind of world first and exclusives. So make it a bit different this year. And it is a great time to plant them. As Beck said, get them established, get them in that warm soil right now, let them settle in over winter, and you'll get far better crops next year and for many years to come. That's amazing value there.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really like it.
And because the berries are so attractive, there's no reason why you cannot plant these just amongst your flowers, your beds, your borders.
Yeah, people are doing this more and more now, aren't
they?
It's
very trendy this year, wasn't it?
You do not need a separate area for your grow your own stuff. Plant it in amongst everything else because they are attractive plants in their own right. The fact that you've also got, aren't they pretty? Yeah. The fact that it's also then useful and you can grow your own and you don't have to go to the shop and buy these. I've never seen a pink blueberry available for sale either.
I think that is fabulous.
I do as well. I want one.
There's a certain movie that came out this year and everything's pink. And
that certain movie.
Yeah, pink's really in it.
Pink's in. Pink's big.
Anyway, good morning, by the way. Do messages. We would love to hear from you. So I'm Shaun Ryan. This is Lovely Bex.
Morning.
Yes, morning. Helen, morning to you on YouTube.
Hi, Helen.
Helen's missed us, apparently. We've missed you, Helen.
Come back on Sunday.
Yes.
We've got live shows on Sunday. We're going to try out some live shows. We're going to be live this Sunday, aren't we?
I'll be honest,
11 o'clock.
the shows are going so well, we are extending. So, yes, we are live now on a Sunday. It's a trial. But if you all tune in...
Yeah, you've got to be there so that we can be here.
Yeah, exactly. So, Helen and everyone else, we're live today till midday, then back at 2 till 4. All the shows are different, by the way. And then tomorrow, the same again, 10 till midday and 2 till 4. And then Sunday, 11 till 2. But every show is different.
Yes.
So we're all, you're not going to see all the same plants every show. I mean, you're going to see the same faces.
Sorry about
that. But I have got a costume change. You have too, haven't you?
I have, but it might be a bit warm this afternoon, so maybe not.
Yeah, it's a jumper in it.
It's a jumper, yeah.
But anyway, do try and watch as many shows. And you can stream them if you ever miss a show.
Yeah.
They appear on YouTube about 24 hours later, but on our website, they are all there, don't forget. There's the big boss, by the way, so click on the homepage. So if it says live now, there you go, live now. So you can watch our latest live show, or if you missed a show, you can catch up there. And there's the shows from last week, you can see there. I look like I'm wearing the same top, but no, it's slightly different.
Honestly, it's a different one.
It is. It's slightly different. Fashion is very important, isn't it? No.
Not in the garden.
No, it's really not. Right, so thank you, Helen, for messages there.
Helenium.
You love these, don't you?
I absolutely adore these. And Helen, this might be for you, as it's called the Helenium, More Home Beauty.
Now, I've not grown this one.
No, I think this is an absolute stunner of a flower. When you see what this is going to grow into, it is absolutely beautiful. It looks,
at that.
My word. Look at that. It gives me kind of echinacea vibes, because it's got that lovely kind of droopy petal thing going on. But look at that.
Word.
Look at the edges of that. How the edges of that are kind of outlined with the yellow there. It really makes that stand out. This has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. I love telling you about that because that, look, because that means that it is a proven performer. It is an amazing accolade that the Royal Horticultural Society have given it. They trial it, they test it. They will not give it that unless they have done that, and it has to meet certain criteria. This has it. So shop with confidence, plant with confidence. Also, Royal Horticultural Society have said perfect for pollinators, and you can see why, can't you? Look at that.
There's our very happy bee.
Beautiful landing pad for them. That brown kind of button, so it gradually turns yellow as well as the wave of stamens appear over it. This plant will form clumps as well, which you're going to happily then just divide every 2 or 3 years. So free flowers, nobody's going to complain at that, are they? It gives you late season colour, so this is a really valuable plant for you.
So these, ours have got buds on them even now, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So normal flowering time for these is sort of between June and October time. So these will be flowering for you now.
Wow.
And then next year, and then every year, because these are going to keep coming back for you. You get these really tall, straight stems on here, reaching about 50, 60 centimetres in height, and you get a really good spread on these as well, because they will form those clumps for you. And
look at the height that you're getting already. So they'll go up to about a metre, Bex, would you say? Or?
No, I think they spread that far.
Oh, okay.
And they go up to about 60 centimetres in height. So these will form those wonderful clumps
for you.
Because
they're quite tall now, aren't they?
These are going to reach that, maybe a little bit taller than that.
So you might get 70 or 80.
Yeah, you might do. Depends on the planting conditions and where you put them, basically.
But to get that mass of colour, I used to buy a lot of bedding plants, and I still like my bedding plants for pots and baskets, but I want my borders to be full of colour.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I've overplanted my borders just because I want it to be absolutely full, and I don't care. I'll move them around as and when they get all filled in. It's not going to be a problem.
But I think they are spectacular.
I really do.
And you're saving £15 on those.
Have you ever heard of sneezeweed? Because that's the other name for them.
Oh, is it? Yes, I have, yeah.
Sneezeweed, I think it's because they used to make snuff.
Yes.
They used to make snuff from these petals, from these flowers, and that's why it's called sneezeweed.
How fascinating.
I know, right?
Bit of sneezeweed. 560901, just £14.97. However, we have got something so beautiful and vintage for you next. These are, honestly, the most beautiful stocks that you can imagine. Now, we've got an offer today, 10 of these for just $9.99, or you can double up and get another 10 and only spend $14.99. So you get an extra 10 for just £5, basically. How absolutely gorgeous are those?
Aren't they pretty? It's the colour mix for me with that. I think that colour mix is amazing. The kind of deep purples, the lighter lilac colours, the pinky colours, the creamy colours in there. That colour mix is just the most pretty thing, isn't it?
I mean, look at those close up.
Love them.
They are so elegant and sophisticated.
Why do we love stocks? A couple of different reasons. They flower for ages.
I was going to say, long flower.
They really flower for a long time. Sort of, May all the way through to September, October time. You're going to get colours from these. They're winter hardy plants as well. So these aren't anything that you need to worry about. There's another edible, isn't it?
Oh,
with your stocks, this
I
is
think
another
you're right.
edible.
Yes,
you can have these in your salads as garnishes.
I've never tried, but
I've seen them used for sweet desserts and things as well. We love those because you get long flowering and you get amazing fragrance.
And now, if you want that extra bit of colour, as in September, they are flowering right now. I know there's one of our viewers, Mrs. Linda Burrows.
Oh yeah.
And this is her colour scheme, definitely, because she likes things. She doesn't like anything too bright. She likes sort of sophisticated colours.
Yeah. This is why I love this colour mix.
And creams. So yeah, Mrs. Linda Burrows, if you're watching, I think this one could be one for you, definitely.
Yeah, it's a beautiful colour mix. That is very, very impressive. Garden ready plants. So again, remember, garden ready means you don't need to pot them on, you don't need to grow them on, you don't need to worry about these. Put them straight out into your pots, put them straight out into your beds. You're not going to have to worry about them. And because these are winter hardy, you can absolutely plant with confidence. Because whenever we say something is winter hardy, it comes to you with that guarantee from us here at YouGarden that, if it fails to thrive, you've looked after it, you've done everything you're supposed to, and it fails to thrive, you just get in touch with the people here at YouGarden and they will replace it for you, free of charge. You just need to cover the postage costs and that will be delivered back out to your door.
Honestly, our customer service is really good. So as Beck said, any problems, always give us a shout and we will put it right for you. But have you noticed you've got postage included as well?
Oh, yes.
I know. Yeah. Seriously.
There's a lot of those today.
And don't forget, everyone that's ordering, just stay there. In fact, hold those for me if you can, Bex.
I can do that, yes.
Because every single one of you, as long as you put the code in YGTV38, you're going to get your free gift today, and they're worth £9.99. You might, I'm not being funny, you might have already bought some things past few weeks and got your free crocus. Get some more free crocus.
Oh, you can't. I don't think you can have too many of these.
I don't.
Because these are your early spring flowers, so these are going to come up for you probably sort of April time, and these are going to pop up out the ground for you. You can plant these into your lawns because by the time you're ready to mow your lawn, these will be done, and then they'll just disappear until next year.
I planted some early last year, and they all came up in sort of February time, but I did plant some a bit late.
Yeah, actually,
and some of them did come up sort of like I did end up with some in March.
It's more like March, actually. I think you're right.
Well, I think it depends on the season.
It always depends on the weather, doesn't it?
There's some snow on the ground there. You might even get them on a mild winter, end of January, early February. But
we have snow in June these days.
Well, you just don't know, do you? But they're always one of the first to flower after your snowdrops. Your crocus come up, don't they? Then your daffodils, then your tulips, then your
snowdrops last year. I'm really excited to see the snowdrops come up.
I love snowdrops. Let's see what's in our basket so far. So we're trying to save you money today. So your compost, get that in there right now. We love those blueberries that are pink. And look, we got that extra saving. We popped 2 in there and got them for $14.98. Right, the plant of the week, this will be flying. If you put one in your basket, you'll get another one free as long as you put that code in, the offer code, YGTV38. The stocks we've got in there, you've got to go for those. 2 of those, and you save an extra 5, don't forget. The Astrantia, again, 2 of those for $9.99. We are shopping today, and your free crocus will already go in there. And do you know what? We've ordered all of that and we're only paying $4.99 delivery as well. But if you want to save more money, why don't you join the club? So add it to your basket and that it is there. So it's a £5 membership on auto renewal. That's for the year, and suddenly we have saved even more money. So we've saved another £9.40. We've saved £94 today. So honestly, there are some great ways of saving money, but I would definitely join the club. And I would definitely, well, you've got to put that offer code in there as well. So, yes, good morning. Welcome to YouGarden TV. We have got our flamenco next. That was my little flamenco.
I don't know how to do flamenco.
No, I don't actually, no.
Let's try it.
We'll have to watch Strictly, it's back on. Right, flamenco. Apparently we can have a listen to some flamenco a little bit later. I had these in my last garden.
Did you?
Yeah, and they were.
I've not grown these.
Oh, they are. They're fiery. They're exotic. They really stand out.
They do stand out. I mean, look at the colours
and they're
that
reliable,
you're getting on those. Look at those fire. I mean, you can see where the name comes from, can't you? The red hot poker. It absolutely is a dramatic plant. It's going to add that statement to any kind of garden. It's a fully hardy perennial plant. You know, it's that time of year. We're not going to bring you any annuals right now, are we? Particularly. No. Fully hardy perennial plant that is drought tolerant once it gets established. It is a South African native, so incredible that it grows so well actually in this country, and as you said, was very reliable for you.
Oh God!
Amazing that it could do that.
I'd pull out the dead leaves sort of like springtime and get rid of all this sort of like old, growth. But yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, I mean it's got these sturdy stems on it as well, so there's no staking required for these flowers. They're going to reach about 50-60 centimetres in height, and it will form little clumps as well, so about 60 centimetre spread you're going to get on here. You're going to want a deadhead to encourage sort of new blooms to come through, which is just take it down to the bottom of that stem, trim it off, and it will actually encourage the new ones to come through. A good tip apparently with this is to wait until spring to kind of tidy up the foliage because it protects the crown.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was doing it correctly then.
Oh, very good. There you go.
Yeah.
It protects the crown of it over the winter months. So although it's tempting to go out there and get the garden sort of tidy for winter, sometimes it's better to leave it.
You are so right.
And that's the same with a lot of different plants
I've learned that. And actually, sometimes it's better for the birds and things as well.
It's also with leaf clearing and stuff like that. You know, I always want to go out there because I look at it and all the dead leaves on the ground, but actually it's really good to leave them out.
So anyway, can I just say thank you to everyone on YouTube.
Good morning.
Elaine. That's our Elaine, isn't it? Yes, our regular Elaine. Hello, Elaine.
Hello.
Thank you for tuning in. So we are getting. Look, we've only been going just over 4 weeks now, but many of you watched our shows, our garden bargain shows, for many, many years. Now we're broadcasting direct from the nursery, and do you know what? We've never been happier, have we?
Never. My word.
My friends get sick of me saying, "I love my job. I love my job."
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, it's honestly. So, but the more of you that are joining, the better it is, and so we are extending our hours to being live this Sunday as well now, 11 till 2. Right, plant of the week. We have to move on to this. I am ordering. I'm either going to go for 6 or 8 of these. I cannot recommend highly enough. We cannot recommend highly enough the Panzerkuwe variety. Award-winning, prolific flowering. 9 months of the year, we were saying, in terms of flowering, but you end up with baskets and pots where you can't even see the leaves. It's just all flowers. And they are they are bulletproof. You were saying hardly -20?
-25.
25.
No problem with
there
these
you
at
go.
all. This is not something you're going to need to worry about. They're garden ready. I'm showing you the root structure on here. It is garden ready. Plant them out, give them a bit of water. That's about it. And then you can just be assured of having such beautiful colour. And it's got quite a lovely fragrance to it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But beautiful colour for almost, 9 months basically. They're in flower now. They're going to keep flowering for you right through till probably May time, and they're going to spread and trail beautifully out of your hanging baskets and over the edges of your pots.
And I planted mine 2 weeks ago. They've doubled in size. And in fact, I bring one in tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you the truth. I brought one in today in the car and I've knocked the pot over.
Oh, no.
So it looks a bit of a mess. So I've got loads of pots of them at home. So I'm going to bring another one in tomorrow and make sure it doesn't spill over.
Lovely.
But honestly, the last Panzerkuwe sold out. We've got them back today. It's taken several weeks. They are back today. But buy one, get one free, don't forget, and free delivery as well. Oh, can we get to the hibiscus?
Oh, yes, please.
Right,
Let's
come
do
and
that
join
one.
us over here.
This one's absolutely stunning.
I want to see. When Craig's one of our key team that gets the plants ready for us, and when he brought this in today, we all went, oh my word, look at that colour.
I love the hibiscus.
It is it's the colour. I mean, I love hibiscus, but the colour on this one.
It's the colour on that flower. We need you to get right in so that you can see.
It's amazing.
You can see the inside of that because it's got this lovely kind of pinky magenta set.
Just look at that. And what I love about hibiscus, they are late flying. They are sort of like, late summer, early autumn. As other things are dying down, these just bring that absolutely amazing pop of colour into your garden.
They're so pretty. And they look so exotic, don't they?
They do.
They look like they shouldn't be able to grow in this country.
They look like they'd be hard work, don't they? Yeah.
It looks like something you're going to find in a really hot holiday kind of country that you're not going to be able to grow here.
And don't get us wrong, there are varieties that you can only grow in hot climates, but this is for the UK, isn't
this is your hardy variety. This is your winter hardy variety. So this is going to absolutely grow. We had a hibiscus on a couple of weeks ago and I bought it and I'm sure it was it this one? Marina, it's this one. So this is the one that I've got at home. I bought it 2 weeks ago. It came to me the next day. I ordered it on a Friday.
Yes, you did,
it got delivered on the Saturday.
We can't guarantee that, by the way.
No, normally 5, but it did come the next day. And I'm going to plant this out into the border because I just think that is stunning. The plant itself reaches some really decent heights. You can get up to 2.5 metres height and spread on your hibiscus if you want to. If you plant it in the right conditions.
Oh my word, look at that, Bex.
It's definitely going to want a sunny spot. You don't want to plant this too shady. Probably part shade it'll cope with, but if you want that flower power, if you want floriferous plants here, you're definitely going to want somewhere sunny.
And my mum's got these in her garden, and she's got them in areas where the soil is actually pretty
quite poor. Yeah,
and it's done great, honestly.
Yeah. I'm thinking I might put mine in a pot. As much as I would love it to go into the border, I've only got one sunny border. The other 2 borders are a bit shady, so I'm thinking I might put it in a pot. It's going to restrict the size of that growth. It won't reach the 2.5 by 2.5, but it will look absolutely amazing. It'll get big and bushy and bold.
The price today, £10 saving on this one. And again, it'll arrive to you, it'll probably have buds, flowers on, but if you are planting it, plant it now. Next year it will be even bigger and better with more flowers. It is deciduous, so you will lose it. It will lose its leaves.
Yeah.
Do not worry. Don't be scared when the leaves fall off at the end of the year because it'll all grow back bigger and better next year.
It'd be worth it. Do you know what? You've got to have a mixture of plants. I don't mind having some deciduous plants in my garden as long as I've got a mixture of some evergreen.
Same here.
It is absolutely worth it for the beauty that you get from these flowers.
And we are looking at only £14.99. It's a colour for me.
Love it.
That colour is beautiful, isn't it?
It's my absolute favourite. Kind of lilac-y, purpley colours. Those are my favourites. And when you see...
Look at this!
Oh, my word.
I know.
Isn't that pretty?
So let us know messages about our hibiscus. What do you think of Marina? We think she's beautiful. 500.
I'm in love with Marina.
We are. Amazing.
Mine.
I love hibiscus. And so don't forget, I know I'm like a broken record, but it's really important that you put your offer code in. And I have got a confession to make. So I did several orders last week. I kept placing an order and thinking, actually, no, I should have done it in one go. But one of the orders, I forgot to put the code in. I did, honestly, I did.
Ryan.
I forgot to put the code in. So, honestly, I was really annoyed with myself. I'll be honest, I did it late in the evening and I had a glass of wine and I forgot to put the code in.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So you paid full price?
It was. I did it quickly. It was something I'd missed off. Did the order, and then I looked and I was like, forgot to put the code in, so I paid more. Yeah, I did. See, I know. So it's
put the code in.
It's easily done. So what I'd always put one item in your basket to start with, and then put the code in, and then you can relax. And whatever else you put in your basket, you're going to get the best offers and the best promotions. Now we have got some tulips, some double pinks for you.
Double pink and a double deal on here.
Oh yeah, double.
Double. So if you want 40, you can double up, no problem. But this is your tulip double pink.
Oh my word.
These are known as the peony tulip. And that shows you why, doesn't it? Look at that kind of bold flower that you're getting from here with all those lovely petals included. It is definitely an outstanding variety of your tulip. The flowers stay robust on there for weeks as well. It's not going to sort of flower and then fade really, really quickly. April, May time, just the same as all the other tulips. That's when you're going to be getting these beautiful flowers on there. It is going to be best in a more sheltered spot because these are large kind of double little tulips, and you know those flowers, as much as they'll be fine in sort of spring winds, but you don't want it in a. So your garden, probably you're going to need to look for a little sheltered spot in your garden.
I live in a field.
They're just going to be a bit more vulnerable to wind, these ones.
Yeah, but I have got some sheltered areas.
Yeah, so just find a lovely sheltered spot into your borders, into your pots. It's not going to be a problem at all. Same as all your other tulips out there. You know, they're winter hardy. You can use them as cut flowers. They're really easy to grow. They're going to want as sunny a spot as you can give them. Part shade won't be an issue. And we're talking about up to 50 centimetres in height from these.
Great. And all of our bulbs, by the way, on YouGarden, they're all really good quality, really good size. You won't open up a bag and find lots of mixed sized bulbs. They'll all be a really good size, you can see there, with the embryo of a tulip, of a flower already in there, ready to grow. Yeah,
and all this packaging as well, it's all recyclable and things as well,
yes,
isn't it?
all of our packaging is 100% recyclable, actually, on YouGarden.
Yeah, so this will go in your soft plastics.
Yes.
Mine go down to Tesco. Or Waitrose, or whichever is your supermarket choice. Morrison's, maybe Sainsbury's, Asda.
That's enough.
Lidl.
Aldi, the low love. Anyway, whoever does your recycling.
Yeah.
Mine goes in my grey bin, which is our recycling bin.
Oh, do you go in the grey? I can't do soft plastics in the grey bin, which is really annoying.
It really depends where you live, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're recyclable, that's the important bit.
But the bulbs are really good quality. We only bring you the best bulbs, the best size. If you want to double up on those, I mean, they're magnificent. I think they're an absolute must today. They're definitely going in my order. And remember, if you double up, you only pay an extra £5. So you're going to get 40 of these exquisite double pink tulips that do look like peonies for just £14.98, which is amazing. If you just want to go for 20, you can do at £9.99. But we've also got loads of bulbs. Obviously, it is bulb season. It's a great time to plant your bulbs. But we have got our nicest out trumpet yellow for you next. I love these.
Yeah, I think this is your classic daffodil, isn't it? This is, if you think of a daffodil, this is the one you think of. That wonderful, bright yellow trumpet with the fan petals on the outside of it as well. That really is, trumpet yellow, of course.
Look at those.
That's your daffodil. 50, 60 centimetres in height. They are just sunshine. They herald the arrival of spring. They will form clumps. They'll naturalise. You'll get more and more over the years as well. They're just absolutely beautiful. I think they're wonderful planted sort of en masse in big groups like that. I love seeing them, when somebody's got a wall outside the front of their house and then you see them all just put, up in front of the wall. I love seeing that. I think it's the most exciting flower.
When I grew up in York, that's where I was born, and there's the Roman walls, the bar walls, have got all the way around York. And on the banks, they are literally covered in tens of thousands of daffodils. Yeah, and honestly, as a child, I just remember being so excited. And what was interesting, every year, they always came up at slightly different times, depending on the summer, so depending on the spring, I should say. But to see, like the daffodils, you said, got me saying tulips.
Sorry.
En masse, those banks of yellow.
It's just a sea of yellow, isn't it? It's so pretty.
I do love the tulips as well, I have to say.
I think, do you know what? I think it's because daffodils and tulips go hand in hand.
They do.
For me. The two things planted together are amazing.
And there is a little online video on our website all about lasagna planting. So if you want to get your bulbs coming up at different times, then there is a whole tutorial about lasagna planting. Because, often say, after your daffodils are finished, your tulips just come through a few weeks later.
Yeah, they do,
it's amazing, yeah.
And they're really good sized bulbs as well, really good quality. I'm just sort of showing you through the bag there. That's one of the bulbs. You can see how ready these are to go into the ground for you. You can see, obviously, which way round they're going to go in, that way. But don't worry if you're not sure. Just plant them on the side. They will right themselves very, very quickly and easily.
If you're not sure.
Yeah, if you're not sure, just plant it on its side.
Right. We are getting really busy. Lots of you watching on YouTube, on Facebook Live, and on our website as well, YouGarden.com. But we're going to do a little review now. So if you missed the beginning of the show, if you're not sure what to order, here's a little look at some of the great items we've had so far here on YouGarden TV. So this is our brand new plant of the week. Now, every time we bring you Panzerkuhl Wave, it flies, seriously. And we are doing an offer today. These are amazing pansies. They will flower, prolifically flower, for up to 9 months of the year. I do not know a single other plant that's going to do that. And they produce flowers en masse, so you can barely see the leaves. Now, unlike regular pansies, they actually, when I say trail, they cascade. So you're not going to get, you know, feet and feet of pansies. Not like you say you're trailing petunias, but they do cascade. So they will cover the side of a basket, the side of the pot. They gently kind of meander and weave. They are stunning, and they are, I said it earlier, but they're bulletproof, you know, harder to -25. They might need a little bit of a feed. Well, I would feed them, you know, you don't overfeed in the winter. Deadhead if you've got time, because that will keep them flowering. But honestly, they will create the most magnificent displays. And I tell you what, if you plant these with regular pansies, they will totally outshine and perform them. And I really, really mean that. So 10 plants for $14.99, but buy one, get one free as long as you use our code, which is YGTV38. So that is an absolute must today. Then, we had the pink pampas. I mean, I've never seen, Bex and I were saying, you know, I've got pampas grass in my garden, but I've never seen the pink. And it's a lovely, I mean, they're amazing. They almost remind me of an exotic bird, do you know what I mean? They're just fantastic. They will require a bigger space, of course they will, but I tell you what, they will fill that space beautifully. They are evergreen, so you still get the leaves during the winter months, but at this time of the year, you will get plumes like this. And if you wanted to dry those just before they begin to fade, cut them off, dry them. You can dry them in a greenhouse, conservatory. People often hang them upside down to dry them. And then you can have some lovely dried displays in your home as well. You can pay a premium for those if you've seen the little garden centres. And pampas are really, really big news right now. They are the must-have grass to have in your garden. 561-155. Then one of the most popular items last week, which we have brought back, the Astrantia, a great perennial. It is a perennial that will come back obviously year after year. Dies down in the winter, so don't worry when it disappears underground. It's just having a little rest during the dull winter months, but it will be back even more beautiful next year. And if you double up, they're big plants, by the way, covered in flowers right now. One for £6.99, two for £9.99. And then I'm really, really tempted with this one. Now, these are really big established blueberry plants, or blueberry shrubs, I should say. But these create berries that are sweeter than a blueberry, and they are pink. So rather than being blue, they're this absolutely gorgeous pink. Now, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with these. Great in your muffins, great in your pancakes. Really wonderful as a antioxidant. So even have a scattering of those on your yogurt or your cereal. But I love the fact that they're pink, because actually they're going to look really nice in your beds and borders. So even if you haven't got like a veg patch, you don't need it. You know, have these amongst your other shrubs and beds, in your beds and borders and your flowers, and you're just going to get these magnificent pink blueberries, something a little bit different. £9.99, or if you double up, two for £14.98. And then we had these, the Helenium. What a beauty this is. I mean, if you want masses of colour in your beds and borders, these can spread up to about 100 centimetres in terms of width. Really nice height. I was in the studio about 60, 70 centimetres in terms of height. The shape of the flower, you can imagine, yes, the bees and the butterflies will absolutely love those landing pads. But I'm trying to create really deep borders with perennials like this that will give you colour en masse. And I think those are absolutely magnificent. 560901 is, of course, your item number. Then we brought those stocks. Now, this is the vintage mix. They are absolutely beautiful. If you love your more delicate shades, your purples, your mauves, your creams, then this is the one to go for. And again, they're going to come back year after year. You get 10 plants for £9.99, postage included, or you can double up and get two for £14.98. But it is a fabulous vintage mix, that, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And the ones that you're getting are in flower colour right now. So if you want that extra bit of colour as other things are dying down, ours are in flower, ready to go right now for 10015. And then we had the Red Hot Flamenco. How nice are these? Look at the colours on those flowers there. Starting off that bright yellow, then just fading into these gorgeous kind of reds. And there's a slight bit of purple in some of those as well. You get 3 9cm pots for just £11.97. 560999 is your item number. And then something that is an absolute must today has got to be the hibiscus. Now this is the Marina variety. It's this fabulous blue. And the recommended retail price is nearly £25, $14.99. Now these are late summer flowering, so they tend to flower. I mean, my mum started flowering early August. They are looking magnificent right now. They are deciduous, so they will lose the leaves in the winter, but they'll come back year after year after year. They do like a sunny position, but they will cope with a poor soil. Just a reminder, your free gift today is your crocus. Now, I'm going to say it again, there's an offer code on the screen. You only get this on the TV shows. Today it is YGTV38. You must put that in your basket. You've got to put that in your basket. What it does, it unlocks all the promotions. Now I've placed, since I've worked here, I've placed I think I've placed, not 97 orders, I've placed 8 or 9 orders, and one of them I forgot to put the code in and I paid more. And you feel so stupid when you do it. I mean, the moment I did it, I was like, oh no, didn't put the code in. Because I looked and thought, oh, I've paid more than it said, and I've not put the code in. So you need to put that code in. That will give you all the offers. So any buy one, get one frees, any free postage offers, anything like that. But also it will give you your free crocus, which are worth $9.99. 40 fabulous crocus that'll flower early springtime. Always one of the very first to pop their heads through the soil, through the grass. And you're going to get 40 of those for just, well, normally $9.99. You'll get them for free as long as you put that code in, YGTV38. But we've still got loads to show you today here on YouGarden TV. Live this Wednesday, 11 o'clock. And we're live with you till midday, but we'd love you to join us at 2 o'clock this afternoon because we've got loads of brand new plants for our afternoon show as well. But we're going to move on to our premier, the Viali Red Hot Poker.
Yeah, This one's so pretty.
Aren't they?
This was another one that we brought you last week, but we have brought back again because it is just so, so beautiful. This was last week.
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely stunning. It's another real kind of dramatic plant, isn't it? If you want to add a bit of drama into your garden, this is one for you.
I think of all the premier varieties, it's just outstanding.
It is, isn't it?
And it's got the nickname Red Hot Poker because it is like the Red Hot Poker, but it is a primula. So shady spots it's going to be fine in.
Yeah, shady spots not a problem. Actually, it does like to be in shade. So this isn't one that you need to plant in sunshine and it'll tolerate shade. It doesn't mind shade at all. So yeah, this is great, a kind of valuable plant for us to have. It's got the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so it's a proven performer. You can shop with confidence. It's winter hardy, so it comes with that guarantee from YouGarden here. So again, shop with confidence. Perfect for pollinators is what the Royal Horticultural Society have said as well. You can see why the bees are going to have a wonderful time jumping from flower to flower there, aren't they? They're just going to absolutely love it. A nice compact variety of primula we're talking here. We are only talking probably 30, maybe 40 centimetres in height total is what this is going to reach. So this is lovely if you want it in a shady border, but the front of the border, this would be great in my 2 borders that don't get much sun at all. It's kind of unique. It does go dormant in the winter, so not something you need to worry about because it will spring back into life for you, and you will have gorgeous flowers sort of May, June into July time. You should get flower. I mean, there's flower on this one as well.
I'm going to say.
Again, it always depends on climate, where you are, all of those things.
We are. I'll be honest. We're a bit sometimes cagey now, saying when things are flower because you'll know.
We just don't know.
I mean, my holly's covered in berries right now.
Yeah,
you know?
I've got holly.
Yeah.
It depends where you live. It depends on the weather. It depends on so many different things.
And like next week, it's going to be 20 odd degrees. So just as you're bedding, sort of giving up, suddenly it might go, yeah, summer's back. But you know, we try and give you general rules.
Yes, always general.
But yeah, good morning to each and every one of you. Do message us. You know, my name's Shaun Ryan. I call myself Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man on Facebook. I'd love you to follow me, or Shaun Ryan TV on Instagram.
I am Bex Edwards. You should be able to find me on Instagram or Facebook by searching those, but also YouGarden. If you add that in, you'll find it as well.
Yeah, but we
both do. We share our own gardens, our own experiences. I was planting my crocus bulbs last week. I did a little video on that. I was just having a sneaky look. You did a little video last night, didn't you, telling everyone you were coming up today?
Oh yeah, man was sat on the sofa.
He does a lot from his greenhouse.
Yeah, I do a lot from greenhouse, but yesterday, I'll be honest, it was so windy outside. I was going to go out.
Yeah, I had to go out and save my wisteria because I've got a wisteria growing up, and it's really tall. It's growing up a thing, but it was like this in the wind. I had to go out and rescue it.
So it's been a bit choppy the last few days, but next week it's back to summer. Seriously, 20 odd degrees where I live. So a great week for planting next week, because get your plants in autumn.
Yeah, it's a really good time.
It really is, you know. So, and all the plants we bring you, you know, they are all designed for you to get the benefit of them now, to plant them now, to enjoy them now. Primulas though, the Viali Red Hot Poker, $9.97. You get 3, by the way. Normally they are that price each, so you are saving £20 today. So yeah,
I love that foliage as well. The way that rises up out of that foliage, I think is really pretty.
God. But so you are saving so much today,
£20,
and you're spending just £9.97. They're really, really pretty. I actually think they look really nice with the plant of the week. But the green, if you're looking for something really unusual, we have got Echinacea coming up next, but this is the green twister. And honestly, these almost look out of this world.
They do, don't they?
Don't they? I mean, the green with the magenta is extraordinary, isn't it?
I love that colour combination. I think it's really, really striking, and it gets even more pronounced with age as well. So, you know, the lime green that you get around the edges and that magenta in the centre just intensifies, with age as well. That middle button on there is so sturdy. I can't believe how strong it is. You know, you'd think that as
look at it.
Look how I'm not being gentle here. Look.
I know.
You can see
think that
how
just all kind of
that is, and it'd fall away.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. So I planted these. I've got another Echinacea in my garden as well. I cannot believe how long these flowers actually last. I was looking back at videos and pictures of the Echinacea, and I planted those months ago, and those flowers are still there, and they're still flowering right now. They look absolutely amazing. June through to September, again, maybe even into October, depending on your climate and where you are. This is when you're going to get these flowers. Winter hardy plant, something that will form clumps over time as well. Hardy, robust, really long straight stems. Bees are going to love them. It's a perennial plant. It'll come back for you year after year.
Have you noticed as well? We are doing, this is ridiculous for these. Look at the size of them. Buy one. Get 2 free. Now, I've heard of buy 2 get 1 free. Some really nice reviews on these as well, by the way. If you look, there's 47 reviews. And the average rating is between 4 and 5 star.
Wow.
So, put one in your basket. So look, the other 2 have gone in free. Why has that happened? That's because we have used the offer code today, YGTV38. Also, we are club members, Bex and I, so our saving, which could be your saving, is an extra £10.40. So if you look at the total saving on our order, is now £112. Honestly.
We've got some composts, plant of the week. We've got some Echinacea, pink lemonade. All the stocks.
Yeah, they had to come out.
And you can't miss out on that Strantia, because that's an amazing deal. Oh, that's a lovely basket.
It's a great basket. Now, obviously, you don't have to copy our basket, but it gives you an idea how the offers build. Using the promo code.
Savings.
I've been a club member. It's brilliant, honestly. And
incredible.
YouGarden, as a company, Their expertise is incredible. They've got one of the largest nurseries in the UK, 11 acres.
Wow.
They grow so many things here themselves. The team keep a careful eye on everything. It's a company that likes to be environmentally friendly, so all the packaging is recyclable. They've got that big reservoir.
Yeah,
to save
that's
the water.
new, isn't it? They
yeah,
did it,
last few
last
years.
year?
Yeah. So it's a brilliant company to work for. We are very happy, and a lot of you missed our garden shows on our previous channel, so it's even better now because we're working directly in the nursery, and it's the same company that brought you all of those great plants for nearly 20 years. Right, what else we got?
Ceanothus.
Now, we weren't sure whether to save this for the afternoon, but the deal's so good on our Ceanothus, we both said, let's do it in the morning. Now, you've got 3 of these for £12.97.
That's
seriously
incredible.
And a lot of garden designers say planting odd numbers, planting 3s and 5s.
Yep.
But it's all about the flowers on these, that blue.
All about these lovely powdery blue flowers that appear on here springtime. Well, sort of April, May time into June, you will have these on here, and they absolutely smother the plant with these beautiful, beautiful flowers. So you have these glossy, I mean, they're small, they're glossy evergreen leaves on here.
But really nice leaves.
Beautiful leaves. I really like the look of this when it is just the leaves. And evergreen, I think, is we need a decent mix of evergreen in our gardens. Look at that. It looks...
And we were saying, I've learned something. I had one bud and it was all deciduous and it looked dire in the winter, just dead twigs.
Yeah.
So have some evergreen amongst that, and the leaves are lovely on here. But those flowers, Bex.
The flowers are, I mean, honestly, it just gets completely smothered. You can, you can barely see the leaves once those blue is on there. And I remember talking about this earlier on in the year when it was Ceanothus season, when the flowers were there, and I was taking my dog out for his daily dog walk, and I was walking past all the Ceanothus that you were seeing in people's gardens, and it is breathtaking. If you want it to, it can reach 1.5 meters, 2 meters in height. It can spread by, 2-3 meters if you want it to. Absolutely. This is a big bush if you want it to be a big bush, but you can restrict to the size of it. You can grow it in a pot. It responds relatively well to regular pruning as well, so that's not a problem.
You do sometimes get a second
second flush of flowers.
Because my mum, it was gorgeous in the springtime, but she's got flowers now in autumn. Not as many, but still, quite a few flowers. So you do sometimes get 2 lots with these. But they're one of my absolute favourites, one of yours.
Yeah, and the Royal Horticultural Society awarded it the Garden Merit Award as well. So again, this is not one you need to worry about. You can plant it, you can leave it. It really doesn't need a huge amount of attention.
And just have a look at the size of these. I mean, 3 of them today for £12.97. So working out just over £4 each. They're really great. Great value. And you will get your free crocus worth the best part of £10 as well. Just use that code YGTV38 and you will get £10 worth of free crocus with those as well. It's a really good deal, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. I mean, my mum and dad I've got a couple, but mine are young. But my mum and dad planted a Ceanothus, and I've got an amazing picture of it. They planted it about 4 years ago, and it is beautiful and big and luscious and thick. So I think within sort of 2 to 3 years, you'll have a really decent sized plant from these.
My mum had hers in a pot for years, and it did really well, but we put it in the ground last year, and now it's gone, it really has. Don't forget, YGTV38, you'll get your free crocus worth the best part of £10 as well. Big audience today, lots of you watching on YouTube, Facebook Live, and of course the YouGarden website as well. More new items though, still to come.
Yeah, I like this one. This is really cute.
I've never grown this one.
No, so this is a form of speedwell. This is Veronica's, this is your dwarf blue, your Ulster dwarf blue. So it's a herbaceous perennial, a really long-lived perennial. It is vigorous grower. You're going to divide this over the years because it will form amazing clumps here. It was first introduced back in 2019, I think it was, and it really became a favourite very quickly. You can see why, can't you? Look at these spikes of flowers that you get from here, but the tops of them are almost a luminous green on here as well. So you've got these wonderful spikes of purpley blue that then topped with that green as well.
Oh, I do like that.
It's pretty. It rises up out of that foliage. As I said, it's a vigorous grower, so it's going to be absolutely fantastic at filling in your gaps in your borders. Really low maintenance. You don't have to do too much to this at all, and it's free from like most diseases and pests and things as well. You can deadhead to kind of prolong and encourage more flowers to come through. You'll propagate it by division. As I say, it's clump forming, so you'll get free plants from this, whenever you want to. Nice compact variety as well. This is a compact variety of your Speedwell, 30 by 30. So this is in front of your borders. This is amazing in pots all by itself. It's winter hardy, so again, don't worry about this one at all. And you are getting 3 of these, so this is going to be absolutely fantastic for you to plant in a group or in a few pots or filling in those gaps in your borders.
I like that.
It is really pretty, isn't it? Really, really
love the
pretty.
colour as well.
I love the colours on there.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's topped with that, and it does look almost a luminous green on the top.
I think I might have to give that one a go, Bex.
It's lovely.
Yeah, and again, we are going to give you 3 of those. They're normally the best part of £10 each, but you are going to save £15. So it looks lovely against the terracotta there, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I really, that colour combination.
Although I'm thinking, some of the green planters we've got on the show could look nice in those as well, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got
Actually, that olive planter.
That's what I'm thinking,
the olive planter, because it'll pick up the green on the top. That'll look really nice.
We have got loads of pots on the show, so as you're shopping away, do have a look at all the pots we've got. Now, we've also got a bit more grow your own. We had the blueberry, the pink blueberry, a little while ago. It's winter.
A blueberry that's pink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not a pink berry, it's a blueberry. But we have got a plum now, and this is a really compact plum tree, isn't it?
Yeah, a really nice compact plum tree, but it's a really decent size. I'm just picking it up so you can see the pot that we're...
Yeah, it's really well established, this one, isn't it?
Really well established plant we're talking about here. A very, very decent size. Relatively compact. We're still talking to maybe metres in height, maybe even a little bit taller, but you will have your very own plums growing on here. And I really like the idea of growing. I've never grown plums myself, hands up, I've never done it, but I love a plum.
I do. They're so
nice,
good for
they're juicy and delicious,
aren't they?
aren't they?
Plum jam, don't you?
Oh, plum jam.
Yeah.
I put a bit of plum jam in gravy. It adds a really nice sweetness to it.
What?
I know, right? You should try it.
Actually, do you know what?
Try it, it's delicious.
Do you know what? We have cranberry, don't we, with gravy?
It is delicious. I even sometimes put a bit of strawberry jam in when I've run out of plum jam.
I might try
When
that.
you have a roast beef,
all right,
bit of plum jam.
I was like this at first, like
spoonful of it in, mix it in with your gravy. I tell you.
Do you know what? I'm going to try
that.
You
are going to be thanking me.
So
for
this is going to go. So it's going to go about 2 metres.
Yeah, 2.5 metres in height.
It is a good size. Sorry,
it is a decent size you're getting on here. But you don't need your own orchard to grow these things in. This is the important thing. You can even grow these in pots if you want to.
And that would restrict the growth.
Our black heavy-duty pots. I'm going to grab one.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
These are absolutely fantastic to grow these in as well, and these are professional kind of fruit tree growing pots. This is what the nursery grow these in, so you can put one in here. We'll talk more about that in a second, shall we?
Well, no, I think I do.
Do you want to do it now?
Well, I do. To be honest, because we both use these. I've had mine about 10 years at least, and I use them every single time that I garden. Yeah, every time. Every time. This time of year, obviously, the leaves they're beginning to come down. So great to use as a garden shrub. If you've got a log burner, I've got a log burner, so the winter time, I carry my logs into the living room using the 30-litre pots. Great for just general gardening, tidying up. Quite often, if I'm using various tools, I'll put them all in there as well when I'm, pruning and trimming and things like that. But as Beck said, for growing trees, potatoes, raspberries, whatever, they are amazing.
Well, I've got strawberries in them. I've got, forgotten what it's called. I've got another plant in it.
Give us a clue, Bags.
Spiky, comes out the top like this. Spray.
Spiky. Is it what? Is it fruit or veg?
No, it's not fruit. It's just a plant. Sword-like leaves.
Ooh.
I've reached that age where things just disappear out
It'll come back. I've got my tomatoes still growing in here.
And did I say I've got strawberries growing in it?
Yes.
Yeah, love that. I always use it for garden clearance, weeding, collecting those sorts of things, and I use it to put my recycling in before I take it out to the big bin.
And they are so well made. Drainage holes around the side. A lot of plants
and the bottom
get waterlogged.
Yeah.
I mean, some plants love being waterlogged, but most don't. Great drainage here. And at the bottom, as you said, Bex, the handles will never break off because they're integrated, so it's really strong. Frostproof, again, bulletproof. I've never broken one of these.
These will last you for such a long time, and you get 4 of them included today. So you will always have, something to use.
I'm amazed there's no postage because they're big to send. But I know you pay postage on our website, but if you use the code on the garden shows, YGTV38, you'll get free delivery on those. So it is really important to always, if you're buying from the TV shows, to put that code in, YGTV38. But that would be brilliant for the plum tree, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, they'll be absolutely brilliant for the plum tree. This particular variety is prized for it being kind of low maintenance, easy to grow, nothing really that you need to do. Plant it out, water it, feed it, wait for the lovely kind of flowers and things, and then you will get those gorgeous fruits on there as well. Prolific fruiter, sweet, juicy plums you're going to get on here.
And I tell you what, that's a really good price for such an established tree. That is a really good price, bearing in mind the size. It's not a little whip,
No.
Sometimes you buy a bare root and it's just a whip. This is already in a pot, big root system going on, ready to really deliver.
And it's self-fertile as well. So this isn't something that you need to buy 2 of or have groups of them. It's self-fertile. You do not need to worry about that at all.
So really good price on that, $14.99. Now also, you've probably noticed there's loads of different pots on the show, but the best value ones, or one of the top sellers and best value ones, are these. They're normally $3.99 each, okay? And we're doing a pack of 10. So if you do the maths, they're $3.99, times it by 10, £40. On the show today, you can either go for 1 for $3.99, or if you go for 10, you will get a multi-buy saving and only spend $14.90. So it works out less than £1.50 per pot.
That is amazing. Do you know what? Those would be great if you're going for loads of your plant of the week. You could put one of those plants into each of these pots, and it will tumble over the edges. Honestly, that would be amazing. I would go for those in conjunction with your plant of the week.
I tell you what, I think you're spot on there. Now, Bex is right, 1 would fill that whole pot. If you're a bit impatient, you could put 3 in and it would fill it even quicker, but 1 would do it. It would. Right, going to go back to our plant of the week. Good morning, by the way, to our lovely gardening friends. Morning. Morning, those over there as well. Hello to each and every one of you. We're so pleased that the show's doing so well, and the live audience is always really good, but a lot of you do stream later on. You'll notice on YouTube some of the older shows. Now we've got over thousands of viewers. So we're really gathering momentum, and we're still quite young. We're not that young.
Yeah, I wish.
But Jan is on Facebook Live.
Good morning, Jan.
Morning, Jan.
What are you buying, Jan? Are you buying anything?
She's shouting at the screen. I think, Jan, you might end up buying the plant of the week.
That's
our feeling. So this is the plant of the week. You might recall we brought you Pansy Cool Wave at the very beginning of the live shows. The very first show featured Pansy Cool Wave, and then we sold out.
Yeah, we've been able to get them for weeks, have we?
No,
weeks.
And they've just come back today, and they are absolutely flying, as you can imagine. So it's a buy 10, get 10 absolutely free. I am going to wax lyrical about these, and I know Bex is, because we do not know a better pansy variety for the winter months. They will flower 9 months of the year, up to May, even maybe June. They just don't like it when it gets really hot and sunny.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They are winter hardy, -25.
Yeah, -25. This is not something you need to worry about. They are the best kind of trailing variety of pansy that you can buy. That's what we believe. They will trail for you. They're great for your hanging baskets, as we're showing you here. About 40 by 40 centimetres. So each one of those plants, bear in mind you're going to get 20 with the buy one, get one free deal here. You're going to be able to cover such a large area. They're nice large flowers as well.
And please don't think, obviously, the supermarkets and the garden centres, they have got pansies, but, don't think that they are going to be the Cool Wave variety.
No.
Some may have stopped the Cool Wave variety, but it's a really special variety that trails. And when we say trails, it's not going to trail several feet, but it will trail over the edge of baskets, over the edge of containers like this. So it gently begins to cascade and wave all over your baskets and produce that.
And that colour mix is
amazing.
Just incredible, isn't it? Well, I mean, we've got some beautiful colours going on here. The purples and the yellows and the pinks and it just looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
You definitely want to, I mean, you're going to get the buy one, get one free if you buy one set, but, you know, if you want to really fill your borders, fill your baskets, fill your pots, you're going to want to multi order
well,
these.
I'm going to go for, I'm just going to do pans of Cool Wave this year. I really am. I know. I am. I'm just doing my pots and my hanging baskets.
Pub as well?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
Yeah. Me and my other half have got a pub and do you know what? I've learned over the years what works, what doesn't, and these really work.
Yes.
You know, you get loads of colour.
I bought some from YouGarden that are the Pro plugs, so the tiny little, and I'm just growing them on at the moment. They're in little pots like this actually, and I'm growing them on the windowsill. So they're going to go out. But I'm also thinking I might just get some garden ready ones for the pots and things.
And honestly, if you plant them now, I've made the mistake planting too late when it's got really cold, and you know, plant them now. The weather's going to be 20 degrees next week, so they'll get a really great start and you'll have amazing displays. Yeah. And don't forget, where's our crocus Bex? Here we are, aren't they? These are free delivery as well. You get buy 10, get 1, get 10 free. But you will get your free bulbs as long as you use that code YGTV38. If you don't use the code, you won't get your freebies, and you'll pay more. Sometimes you pay more postage, sometimes you pay full price on things. That code, it unlocks all of the offers. But honestly, look at the colours here. I cannot recommend that enough. Can you, Bex?
I really can't.
No.
For winter colour, not just winter colour, this is going to last you through to the spring as well. We're talking about 9 months of colour in flower now, all the way through till May next year, without you really having to do much.
And actually, they will come back next year. You know, if you if you chop them back and put them in a shady area during the hot summer months, they will come back. I'll be honest, I don't do that myself.
Most people treat these as annual plants. Yeah. Most people do, but I mean, I've got a few pansies in the borders that shrivel up in the winter. In the summer, like July and August. They go, oh, I don't like it.
It's like me, you know, being half ginger. I'm like, oh, you know, keep that hot sun away.
They're popping back into life right now. They're having a lovely time at the minute.
See, I'm like you. I don't like full sun.
Yeah, see, I'm more about the full sun.
Yeah.
I'm like, this time of year.
If you got my sort of colour, I love the sun, but it doesn't love me. Right, we've got an absolute treat for you right now. We've got hydrangea. Look at the size of this, Bex.
It is stunning. Hydrangea, we absolutely adore this. This is your paniculata limelight, so you get the panicles of flowers. That's the shape of the flower. That's why it's called paniculata.
So like the cone-shaped ones.
Yeah, it's the cone shape, and these get really thick and full and luscious as well. These cones, as it establishes and gets bigger and better, the cones themselves, the flowers, get bigger and more luscious and better as well. This has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Proven performer. Remember, they put it through those rigorous tests in order to give it that award. It is a magnificent feature plant. It would look amazing as a feature in a mixed border, likewise in a pot, or if you've got one of those central kind of islands in the middle of your lawn. Hydrangea in the middle of there as well will look absolutely beautiful.
And they're a great one for like semi-shade, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't mind a bit of shade either as well.
Not at all.
You know, they like sunshine, obviously, but they will still be absolutely fine in a bit of shade as well. They are easy to grow. They're not something that you need to really kind of work at,
The only thing
are they?
I will say with hydrangeas, I put one of mine in a really sunny spot that got dry and it hated it.
Oh, yeah, you have to water.
Yeah, hydrangea. They like to be hydrated. So
if you've got it in a pot, it is one you're going to have to look after even more. In a border, you still need to water it well, but it'll fare better, basically.
Look at the size.
It's huge, isn't it?
Honestly, for $12.99. Look at that.
It's going to get bigger as well. Like, you know, it can get up to 2 meters in height, we're talking with these, and a decent spread as well. So if you want to fill a border, this is great. Look at that.
I know.
It's like an ice cream, isn't it? It's like an ice cream on the top of a cone.
And the paniculatas, they are, they're
really sturdy too.
But that shape is amazing, isn't it?
They're really, really sturdy.
They are.
I mean, I don't treat it, but I'm just trying to show you how sturdy, they are as flowers.
True.
Because
in the sort of like strong winds we've had over the past few days, These will be pretty...
This is going to be fine. Don't punch your plants. But I am just showing you, for demonstration purposes, how strong and sturdy a hydrangea is. This is why it's such a favourite in this in this country, basically, because we don't know what kind of weathers we're having. And I'm hearing the rafters blowing here at the moment. It's very windy right now.
Yeah. So that is an absolute steal today on the live shows, 511-168. Don't forget, by the way, we are now live, because the shows are doing so well, we are live every Wednesday, 10 till midday, 2 till 4, the same on a Thursday, and it's a trial, but we're going to go live this Sunday, 11 till 2, okay?
New on every single show. Please don't think that we're just going to repeat.
No.
We'll have some that are the same, some of the favourites, but we've got new items for every single show that we bring you.
Because we broadcast live from the nursery, so, you know, we've got access to 11 acres of plants. So,
might have a wander in a bit. In break, we can have a wander and see what's out there.
You've got a storm hat. Right, quick reminder, we have got an amazing deal on our compost. It's our best-selling item here at YouGarden. We've sold hundreds of thousands of bags, millions no doubt over the years, but $24.98. If you are a club member, I wonder if you had many new members join today. I hope so, because, we're having a look now. So, for £5 on auto renewal, £5 a year, you can cancel at the end of the year, it's not a problem. But you actually get 10% off all plants and accessories, like the compost. So about half of the orders that have gone through on today's show have joined the club. Now, the others might already be club members, but well done, because you know what? It just makes so much sense. And I love it when I place an order, and you must be the same, Bex, and you see all these discounts coming off.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's great.
Love that.
The bottom line is, if you're going to spend £50 on plants over the next year, you've got your money back, okay? Yeah. But actually, it's better than that, because you get £20 worth of vouchers to spend over the next 12 months. So you spend £5 to join the club, we give you £20 worth of vouchers to spend over the next 12 months. So you get your money back straight away, actually. It's brilliant, honestly.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I haven't spent my voucher yet.
I haven't.
So I might place an order this week so I can spend my voucher.
Yeah, because it's one every 3 months. That's the club membership. £5 is the auto renewal. Look, you can cancel at the end of the year, so go for that one. After your 12 months is nearly up, if you don't want to continue, it is not a problem. Or £10 for the year, but the benefits are just the same. But the auto renewal is £5 cheaper. So you're going to save £15 on our club membership today as well. Don't know how long that offer is going to run for, but we are going to try and continue it as long as we possibly can. Mm-hmm. So that would give you £2.50 off your compost, or £2.49.
Yeah, and then when you start adding everything else into your basket, it's going to add up. Yes, and we do recommend you go for this compost. We both use it. We have done for a while now. We are seeing the difference. People that viewed and bought from YouGarden over the years have also commented where we used to sell this product on that old shopping channel. It was the most reviewed, most 5-star reviewed and rated product, because it is premium, professional compost. It is the compost that the nursery uses. It used to only be available to the nursery. They didn't used to sell it to the general public, but after lots of negotiations, they decided to make it available because of the results that people see from this. Now let's talk about those ingredients, one of which I'm showing you. That little green ball there, this compost is absolutely filled with it, and that is a slow release fertilizer. It's going to feed your plants for a good 6 months once you plant it into here, okay? So we're giving our plants, they don't just need water, they do need food as well, and that's what we're giving them. The texture of it is amazing. It smells good. Like sometimes you open a bag of compost, won't you, and it smells it smells horrible. But this smells absolutely delicious, and the feel of it, I could curl up in it quite happily. It's lovely. So the texture is important because it means that the roots can get in, they can grow, they can form a really strong root ball. It's about those strong foundations. Strong foundations means bigger, better, healthier plants. As you can see on that picture down there, same plant, one grown in our premium professional compost, the other one grown in just some kind of bog standard, normal compost.
And the difference on that root system is huge.
It is.
When you've got really strong roots, that plant is going to give you more leaves, more shoots, more flowers, better fruits. But also it does give the plant a lot more protection, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And it arrives in 2 50-litre bags today with postage included as well. And don't forget, if you are a club member, you're going to get it, say, for just under £22.50. Now, also, we have got to give you a quick reminder of our hibiscus today. which is the Marina, and it has to be one of the most beautiful hardy hibiscus that we've ever seen. And this is, you know, it's hardy to at least -10.
Yeah, it is. It's not. I mean, look.
Look at this.
Oh, I'm so in love with this. I did actually buy it a couple of weeks ago when we featured it on a previous show because I fell in love with it. I think the colours on there are stunning.
Amazing.
The kind of, you know, the really dark kind of magenta-y colour on the inside. I love the bit poking out, the way it graduates. Oh my word, it is just so pretty. It looks like an exotic flower.
It does.
Looks like something that you'd see with some exotic dancer, and she's got it tucked behind her ear.
And some varieties, you know, they will only survive in really hot climates.
True,
This is a UK one, you know.
It is.
Or, you know, obviously not originally from the UK, but it does do very well here in the UK. 500078. And don't forget, everybody, you are going to get your free crocus bulbs today. 40 of those, worth £10, as long as you use the code YGTV38. A lot of orders going through now. The shows are getting busier and busier, and loads of you now club members and saving the extra 10% as well. The more of you that join the club, the better actually, because you're going to save so much money. And we're doing more and more live shows, but we are getting really busy. And we love our new home. Don't we, Bex?
We do love our new home.
And we love you lovely viewers for finding us and staying with us. We really appreciate it. And I know a lot of you do now messages on our social media, and it's great. This is a real community now. And we do say our tagline for YouGarden is gardening for everybody. And it is, no matter what garden you've got, small, big, no matter what level of gardening. I run a garden club in our village, and I'll be honest, it's been really successful, but there's just one or two people that, you know, it's the biggest it's ever been. So
yeah.
and that's not just down to it's the committee. There was, out of everyone that joined, there was a couple of people that said, it's not quite for us because we've made it gardening for everybody. Before it was quite elitist, I'd say.
Right, okay,
it was people that, you know, people that already knew a lot about gardening. But we've got people there, some real novices. But I love that, you know. We have got some experts there, but they still come because they still. I think you always learn something, whatever.
Well, this is the thing with gardening. This is why I actually really enjoy it, because I think you're always learning. Even if you've been gardening for 50 years, the fact that we've got, you know, changing weathering conditions, climate change, all the rest of it means
new
that we
plants,
are actually
new
learning
varieties.
new things all the time.
We learn every single show. Right.
Every show.
At the front of my house, I've got quite formal, and I keep thinking about getting bay trees, but they can be very expensive.
They can be really expensive.
This is so perfect. We thought it was plastic, didn't we?
Honestly.
No, because we haven't put our glasses on at this point and our contacts in, because we have got a plastic one. Look,
That's
hang
a
on.
plastic
Can I-
one.
can I- right, look. So look, we have got a plastic one. You know, because it's so perfect, isn't it?
It is. It's perfect.
But the reason I've always wanted bay trees is because they are. I mean, a lot of really. How do I put it? Grand houses and a lot of restaurants and things and boutique. You know, lovely boutique stores in you know, gorgeous towns and villages, or sometimes a spa, they'll have the bay trees outside,
Yep.
or really nice hairdressers. They always look immaculate, and they look good all year round, don't they, Bex?
They really do, yeah.
Like I look really rough in the morning and I look really rough in the winter. These look really perfect all year round.
They look perfect all year round, and they are functional as well,
Of
because
course.
obviously you use your bay leaves I've cracked so what I do is I've got a bay bush. I always quite liked the idea of a standard, because I quite like that lollipop shape, and as Shaun was saying, you know, that designer kind of look either side of a doorway, that's a really popular thing. I just love being able to go out into my garden when I'm cooking my bolognese or I've got a stew going or something, pull a few of these leaves off, just crack them slightly and whack them into whatever you're cooking. In fact, I did it with a lasagna the other day. I was cooking the bolognese for it and it was gorgeous.
But if you want an area of your garden to always look immaculate,
this is it.
Yeah, and they keep the leaves obviously in the winter.
They keep their leaves. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. They're very easy to maintain. You just need to trim them up a little bit. When you trim them, you can then take the leaves that you trim and dry them if you want to, so that you can have those dried bay leaves. Fresh bay leaves have a stronger flavour than dried ones, which I love, so I don't need to use as many when I'm cooking. I just love a functional plant in my garden that also looks absolutely fantastic all year round.
And to have the standard, really beautiful on that long stem.
It's really nice.
Average height about 70 to 80 centimetres. Big saving today, £15 has been taken off. Postage, I will be honest, it's got one of the biggest postages on the show because of the size.
Yeah.
But that £6.99 will cover everything in your basket.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually make sense just to order this. You might as well buy loads of things and you'll only pay that one delivery charge. You know, go for 2 of these maybe and then everything else. But do it in one order. Don't buy these separate. Do it in one big order and you'll only pay £6.99.
That looks nice
postage.
like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With the lavender planted underneath.
See,
it's not going to get massive either, by the way. It's going to reach about, it can reach up to about 1.5 meters in height. It'll take a little bit of time to get there. If you put it in pots, obviously you'll restrict the size of it as well. But that is an absolutely wonderful one.
If you want a bit of a formal look in your garden, I mean, it looks great there with the lavender. You know, they are a really nice, I would say, formal plant that look perfect pretty much all year round.
Maybe I could go bay, lavender, pink pampas, lavender, bay.
There's no rules. You can do whatever you want.
What do you reckon? Don't know. It might look a bit weird.
I'm not sure, Bex, I'll be honest, but you know what?
Don't know.
There are no rules regarding
There isn't, and you've got to try things. And what I found is,
might look
if
amazing.
you try it and it doesn't look right, move it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do.
No, you do.
Just move it.
Just move it at the right time of year. Right, tulip bulbs. We had those gorgeous doubles. Now,
Oh, look at those.
these are, I think you'll agree, they are very, very reminiscent of peonies because of the shape, the structure of the flower, but they are tulips. There are so many wonderful varieties now. 20 bulbs for £9.99, double up, and you can get an extra 20 for just £5, so £14.98. But you know what? You'll plant these now, and when springtime comes and they start to open up, you'll be so glad you did, because they are going to look magnificent. To me, this is a really soft pink as well. You know, it's not a really bright, what I call like a Barbie pink. It's soft.
No, it's a lovely soft pink, and it is known as the peony tulip because look at it. Look at the shape that you've got there. These lovely, blousy, big blooms that you've got on here. These are going to want to go into a sheltered area just because they are such big, sort of blousy blooms on here. So they're going to be a bit more susceptible to wind, but you know, don't worry too much.
No.
Just put it in a slightly more sheltered area than you would maybe with other tulips. It's going to reach about 50 centimetres in height, really nice, strong, sturdy stems that you have on your tulips, and it's going to just bring you such delight in those April, sort of April, May months when we're so sick and tired of the winter and the cold and the dark. And then we're going to look at these and think, spring's here, summer's coming.
I think they're so delicate and beautiful.
I do.
Yeah, aren't they? You know, it's a really soft, delicate pink.
And this is the thing with it looking like a peony, because we love peonies, don't we? Peonies are absolutely gorgeous, but they don't last very long.
They don't. You know,
they're worth growing, but they're
in fact, I was moaning about my peonies the other day because obviously you have the leaves all summer long, and you only get the flowers at the beginning of summer, springtime. And
it's about 2-3 weeks you get out of them. That's it,
I mean, they're worth growing. Don't get me wrong, but look at those. Right, you will get, by the way, postage included on pretty much all of the bulbs. But if you double up on those, £14.98, and you're going to get 40. So for £4.97 more,
bags.
And you're going to get your free crocus with every order. YG TV38. So that would be 80 bulbs for £14.98 with no postage. Amazing. So
very good.
The only thing I'm going to say is, I think everyone ordering today, if you're going to do any pots, hanging baskets, winter displays, the plant of the week is an absolute must. We sold out of Pansy Cool Wave on we did our very first show. I did it with Peter McDermott, he's the top boss here, the head gardener.
Head gardener, that's it.
See, I call myself head gardener at the Fox pub, where me and my half own the pub in the village, and I call myself head gardener. I'm actually the only gardener.
I was going to say, I'm head gardener at home.
Only one. So people ask me what I do. I say, well, I work for YouGarden TV. I'm also head gardener at the Fox. But seriously, we cannot fault these. And I will be doing all of the beds and the pots at the Fox with Pansy Cool Wave. Now, double up today. If you put that code in, YGTV38, buy one, get one free, you're going to get 20 of these for £14.99. Bex, why should everyone go for these?
They should go for these because it's going to give you 9 months of colour, and not just 9 months of colour, 9 months over the coldest, darkest, most horrible weather. That we get.
Yeah.
So they're in flower now, and they're going to be in flower right the way through to sort of May time next year.
So 9 months.
9 months of colour, absolutely.
And those images, they are real. That's what they do.
They are real, yeah.
Yeah.
They are the best trailing pansy ever, because yes, you can get these wonderful trailing pansies. They'll spread 40 by 40 centimetres. So in baskets, in pots, absolutely brilliant. But the fact that they will do this in temperatures down to potentially up to minus 25, that is crazy, isn't it?
They are just unbeatable, and they do trail. When we say trail, don't expect them to trail like 2 or 3 foot or anything like that. They gently cascade, and that means that over the edge of a basket, a pot, they just do this lovely kind of wave like so. And colour-wise, oh yes, great idea. We have got, these are £3.99 each, and we're doing a deal today, 10 for under £15. And that would...
I think you could put one in each of these pots, and, it will fill out, it will trail, and it will trail over the edge of here.
I'll be honest, because I'm impatient.
Yeah, you're going to put 3 in,
I'd put 3 in, but I mean, that is probably too much, but I am a bit impatient, but that will really...
Well, you could do one in each corner and it'll fill and trail. But listen, it's up to you. I would definitely go for these because they're normally £3.99 each.
And they are, you can buy one for £3.99, but we've got a deal on the TV show today. Buy 10 and you get them for £14.90. It works out less than... £1.50 a pot, doesn't it? And if you've got steps outside or a wall
down the side of the steps, that would look beautiful.
Or if you're running a little business, I mean, I run the garden club, and we have to raise money obviously to keep it going. And I could pot those up, and we could sell those for. I reckon once that's going, you'd easily get £10 for them.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Pot it up in full flower.
Yeah.
I love the colour mix, don't you, though?
I love the colour mix. You've got really, vibrant, that yellow against the really dark kind of regal purple that you've got in there, the lighter pinks, the kind of blush pinks, the oranges in there. Yeah. It's a really lovely colour mix. It's stunning.
So if you want the pots that we mentioned, the details on the screen for the pots, 130272, £3.99 each, or 10 for £14.90. The plant of the week, we had thousands of these, but a lot of you are going for several, not just, the buy one, get one free. Some of you are buying 4s. I am going to be buying these in mass, and I really mean that. So let's remind you of some of the wonderful plants that we have seen so far on our live show today on YouGarden TV. That is our brand new plant of the week. I've got a feeling that is going to be the most popular plant of the week that we've ever done. It's an unbeatable variety of pansy. It genuinely does flower prolifically for 9 months of the year. You get so many flowers you can barely see the leaves. It cascades. It's bulletproof, hardy to minus 25. And I believe it will outperform any other pansy variety. They are adorable, and they are actually edible. Don't forget, pansies are edible. So if you're getting a bit fancy in the kitchen, like all the posh chefs do, they scatter a few of those across the plate, and then suddenly it looks so much better. 400967. Does depend what you're cooking. If you're doing a few fried sausages and you put some of those on, it probably look a bit weird. But you see the top chefs, literally decorating plates with this. Then love this hibiscus. It's one of the hardy varieties, and that means it does come with a lifetime guarantee. Don't forget, all of our hardy plants do come with a lifetime guarantee here at YouGarden. But this is the best, one of the best late flowering shrubs in your garden. Flowers towards the end of summer into autumn. It is deciduous, so it will lose its leaves. Do not panic. It does like a sunny position, but it will perform in relatively poor soil, and that is 500078 with a £10 saving. I think that's wonderful, really nice. Then we brought you this is a really good one. It's the Astrantia top seller from last week. One of those £6.99, 2 of those for just £9.99. Now this is a perennial, it's a herbaceous perennial, so it will die down during the winter months, come back year after year, produces these wonderful kind of kaleidoscope of flowers, look at those, and really nice foliage. Great, I would say, for the kind of middle of the border. So around about, I was in the studio, I would say about 50, 60 centimetres, so great for the middle of the border, and just giving you the most glorious flowers year after year after year. Really like those. Now, something a little bit different. Pampas grasses are really back in fashion in a big way right now. Grasses in general, really current. Great for low maintenance gardens. You know, these, you're gonna have lovely grasses all year round, but you get the flowers this time of the year. So if you've been driving around, you'll see Pampas grasses looking magnificent right now. I've got one in my garden, it looks superb. However, mine is not pink. Have you seen pink? Because these are a rarer breed, a rare variety, but my word, to get that pink colour at this time of year is going to be magnificent. And actually, just before the flowers begin to go off, all you need to do, you can actually chop them off and dry them out. And most people hang them upside down to dry them in a conservatory, a greenhouse, something like that. And then you've got a magnificent display that you'll have for many, many years. But the value on those, you get 3 of them. They're already about, I was in the studio, that's at least a metre tall, $14.97. And that is 561155. Mine took a couple of years to get going, but I've got the most magnificent flowers this year. Then we had the Ceanothus, a wonderful evergreen shrub. So it doesn't lose its leaves, it will stay green all year round. It's got really nice, small, glossy leaves. You get this abundance of blue flowers, and they're really quite striking, and you get a mass of them. So on each of these shrubs, you'll just get a carpet of blue like this. They can grow quite big, but if you want to, contain them, they're very easy to prune. You can grow them very successfully in pots, and you often get the flowers obviously in the springtime and early summer, but you can get a second bloom in autumn as well. 511039. An amazing price on this. You're actually going to get 3 for $12.97. And many garden designers often say plant in 3s, it just works. And that doesn't mean you necessarily have 3 together, but you can have 3 spaced along a border, and it just works, really, really does. Or you can have 3 of those in pots as well, at just $12.97. Then we had, well, those brilliant heavy-duty pots. Now, I can honestly say, out of everything that I've ever bought from YouGarden, I use these the most. In fact, Bex and I use these every single time we garden. They are so multi-purpose. So great for carrying things, logs. If you're weeding, fantastic for weeding. Great for gathering up leaves. If you're doing a DIY job and you've got several things, I just literally shove my drill, my screwdrivers, whatever, in these heavy-duty pots. But they're a magnificent pot to grow things in. I've actually got 2 Christmas trees growing in mine right now, and I'll be honest, I will make the pot look a lot nicer when I decorate these at Christmas time. But they're great for fruit trees, great for strawberries, tomatoes, potatoes, fabulous drainage, UV resistant, frost proof, just a really good all-rounder. And if you buy them from the show and you put in the offer code YGTV38, you get free postage. So, just putting that code in will unlock any promotions. If you don't use the code, you will pay more on certain items. That is a fact. You have to use the offer code. And then the really big planter that we started off the show. Now, we actually put the Pampas in here because it's a big planter, this one, 17 inches square. It's only $19.99. It's a big statement planter. So, if you've got a big entrance to your home, if you've got maybe an area in your garden, like a decked area, a paved area, and you want this as a centerpiece, it's a really, really wonderful, quite a striking pot with a champagne top on there as well. 130376. Again, UV resistant, frost proof, designed to last you many, many years at $19.99. And we also have the smaller pots. Now, these are $3.99 each. Or you can go for the massive multi-buy saving where you get 10 of those for $14.90. I really like pots. Many people have pots nowadays in preference to lots of borders because they're easy to obviously change, they're easy to move around, they're low maintenance, and those again are UV resistant and frost proof as well. But amazing value, less than £1.50 a pot on those as well. But we are going to try and squeeze in just a few final items. We are back this afternoon. And thank you. We've had a lot of you streaming us live today. So thank you to everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and on the website as well. Something smells nice.
Oh, love lavender.
Is it you?
Always.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. No, it's the lavender.
Bit of competition here.
Have a little smell.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
I love the smell of lavender. I think it's
yeah.
I mean, it's and I need calm in my life. I need relaxation. I need to be able to sleep at night. That would be good.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Lavender's known to be great for that, isn't it?
Well, supposedly, yeah. Maybe I need to. I've got a great big lavender hedge out the front. I should have taken some and dried some and make some little pouches.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my life. Let's talk to you about the English. I mean, this is your English lavender. This is the Hidcote variety. So it's named after that famous English garden because this is just. I mean, it's quintessentially kind of English and British,
and I think
isn't it?
it's one of the easiest to grow. Now,
so easy.
Yeah, I've got French lavender as well, and that's I find it a little bit more tricky, but this is a really easy variety.
So easy.
And it actually does well in poor conditions, doesn't it?
Yeah, like the poorest soil, it doesn't seem to mind at all. I mean, so I've got a border out the front. I didn't really do anything to that border. I didn't prepare the ground. I know I live in a horribly clayey, horrible, and the lavender is absolutely thriving. Yeah. It is drought tolerant when it, once it becomes established as well. So you don't have to be out there every day watering the lavender at all. It's not a problem. It forms these wonderful mounds of plant, and the flowers that kind of come up in sprays out of it. The bees and butterflies absolutely adore it. There is a small window for planting lavender now. Sort of September, October time, and then March, April time. Two small windows of where you should plant lavender, where it's kind of good conditions. And we are saying, and arguably, and lots of experts out there will tell you, now is probably the better of those two times.
I think autumn's the best time.
We're more guaranteed of the weather, aren't we, than we are when it comes round to that springtime.
And it gets a head start on the plants.
It does, yeah.
But it is a buy one get one free. They're great in pots as well. I've got a couple in the pub garden in pots, and they do really magnificently there.
Beautiful.
Two of those, $9.99, 560-369. Now we haven't got long, so we're going to be a bit quick on some of these items. So we are back at 2 o'clock with some brand new plants as well. But we have got the ilex. Now I was saying to Bex, I've had a lot of trouble with Buxus. I've had a few problems with disease and things.
It's blight, isn't it?
Yeah,
Buxus blight or something.
This is a great alternative.
This
isn't
is
it?
an absolutely brilliant alternative to your Buxus hedge. Okay, so there's lovely Buxus bushes that you can get that you can create balls out of, and you can topiary, or you can turn it into a big old hedge and a bush and things. This is an absolutely wonderful alternative to that. Potentially a better alternative because it is less susceptible to those kinds of diseases that you can get. This is also a bit more green in colour, a bit more luscious as well. So if you love your Buxus and you've had trouble in the past, or you want some Buxus but it's been a bit out of your price range maybe because it can be quite expensive, then we think that this is one that you can go for.
I mean, if you multi-order 5 for $19.95, so it works out £4 each. Yeah. And you can shape them.
Shape it, prune it, topiary it, not a problem. You can do that exactly as you would with your Buxus. It is a bit more vigorous than Buxus, and it is, more disease resistant as well. Great. So arguably what we're saying is that this is a better alternative.
And if you're doing winter displays, in fairly big pots, one of those in the centre surrounded by maybe a pansy cool wave.
Oh yeah, that'd be lovely, yeah. Really nice. And it's all year round.
I like those.
Evergreen.
I might try those. So my Buxus has been a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of that as well.
Yeah, I do.
Need more space.
I'm just thinking of using as centerpieces for, say, the pub garden in pots with bedding around them. Right, we better move on. 5 for $19.95 on those, and that is 500-189. Now you've also already spotted the Coreopsis that we've got today.
This already, aren't they?
And this is the moonbeam variety.
Adore this.
I do too.
Honestly, this just makes me smile. It's so pretty. The flowers that you get on here, these gorgeous yellow flowers that you get on here, they look like they're kind of dancing on here. You've got these really sort of what look like dainty stems that are holding these flowers on top. They look like they've been placed there. They look like they're floating in mid-air. They're beautiful. They're long flowering. June, July, August, September, maybe even into October, you'll be getting flowers on here. Absolutely perfect for pollinators. They will adore it. Easy to grow, winter hardy, perennial coming back for you year after year, low maintenance, drought tolerant as well once it is established too. It forms these lovely compact mounds with that dense kind of, thin but thread-like foliage, and then these flowers just dancing on the top.
Yeah.
I think it is beautiful.
Them. Really
enjoy that.
And they're half price today.
That look great in your garden, Shaun.
They would, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it really would.
Yeah, I've got Verbena Berensis, and they look great amongst those.
Oh, yes, because these are going to reach about 45, 50 centimetres in height. And obviously, if you've got the tall Verbena Bonariensis, mine is as tall as me, plant that below it, that'll look gorgeous.
But you're already buying those. Half price today, 14,975 60891. Now, also, one of the best sellers today, well done at home.
Yay.
I hope Lynn bought these, Lynn Burrows. These are the stock vintage mix.
Oh, they're so pretty.
I mean, they are, and you get an offer today, 10 plants for $9.99. If you double up, you're going to get 20 for $14.98. So just put 2 in your basket. We'll give you the saving. I love the colour palette, don't you?
Absolutely adore it. I think it's really high class. You know, the pinks, the dark regal purples, the creamy colours in there. It definitely looks high end. It definitely looks rich and expensive. But obviously, with that double up deal, it is not expensive. They are garden ready. They are ready for you to plant out in your garden, and you will have just absolutely beautiful fragrance from these. Long flowering as well. These will look great in your pots. They will look absolutely fantastic in your borders. They are edible flowers as well. And now is the time to plant for the best and longest lasting displays next year, because these are going to flower for you May through to September, October time. So if you plant it now, obviously it's going to get that stronger root structure. You'll get the earlier flowers. If you wait till next year to plant your stocks, you'll get later flowers.
Flowers will arrive like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got great autumn colour there.
Great autumn colour, absolutely.
Amazing those,
Absolutely
and they're really
stunning.
popular.
And they're so sturdy as well. This is the wonderful thing about them.
Yeah. And you're getting the double up deal there to 20 for $14.98.
Yeah, there's a 20 that you're looking at right there. So there's 2 packs.
Postage is included. Don't forget as well, 410015. I think they're absolutely stunning.
I love that colour mix.
Well, what a show we've had. Obviously, you can still place orders after the show, and we are back with lots of new plants at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So if you can join us, we'd love to see you again. And that's 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Right, very important. You need to use that code, because I know a lot of you do order at the end of the show. YGTV38. You'll get these absolutely free, and they're worth £10. But also, any other promotions will kick in when you use that code. If you forget to use the code, you'll pay more, basically. So do use that code. We are nearly out of time. The plant of the week you've absolutely loved. It's a buy 10, get 10 free. So you get 20 plants for $14.99. I think best performing pansy that we know.
Best performing pansy that we know, because it will deal with cold temperatures down to -25. It has a lovely sort of gentle trailing, gentle cascading nature to it. Obviously the deal is absolutely amazing, and the colour mix is fantastic as well. Plus you are getting 9 months of colour out of this. They are flowering right now. They will grow, they will spread 40 by 40 centimetres approximately, and they will flower right through till May. And if you're lucky, you can get, a few years out of these as well.
You can.
Mostly grown as annuals.
Yeah, but if you want to
to
save them, just chop them back when they get a bit leggy. Keep them in a sort of like coolish, shady place during the summer, and they will come back. But I'll be honest, I don't do that. Right, final few tips. I think the hibiscus is a must as well, don't you?
I'm with you on that. I bought it a couple of weeks ago. I think it's a stunning flower. Oh, look at that. The colour of it is beautiful. It's mesmerising. I love it. 500078. And what else do you think you should go for? The Astrantia?
I think the Astrantia too.
Maybe the Astrantia.
Yeah.
Or the Pink Pampas. No, the Astrantia.
Grab the Astrantia, because if you missed it, you get 2 of these for $9.99. Look at the size of them. I mean, and they are ready to plant right now. They are a perennial that will come back year after year after year. So thank you so much to everybody. We will see you live again at 2 o'clock till 4.
Yep.
We're back tomorrow as well, 10 till midday, 2 till 4. And don't forget, we're going to try a live Sunday show this week, 11 till 2.
Yeah, please tell your friends, because if you're there, that means we can be there.
Yes.
And we want to do those shows.
So more and more live shows here on YouGarden. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook Live, and of course on the website. And any of the shows you missed are there on YouGarden.com. For myself, Shaun, Ryan, and Bex, we'll see you in 2 hours' time.